Oh, maybe there should be a bit of light. Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Justy. It is finally time for my Funko Pop collection video. I have been talking about making this forever and it is here. I wanted to do this like back in January when I had a bunch of time, but I was waiting on Pop in a Box to send me one last pop and it still hasn't come. It's a trash website. I actually will probably never in my life use it again. I wouldn't recommend anyone else use it, but that's a whole different thing for a different video. So we are gonna do this collection without that one figure I'm waiting on because, I mean, I guess there's still a lot of other stuff here. Whatever. I put it to my Patreon on what type of video they would prefer, and they pick seeing them in their collection groups and me talking about them like that. So that's what we're gonna do today. You'll see them in sets instead of each individual pop, but obviously you'll get a few moments to admire each one. So if you ever want to help make decisions for this channel as well as get some cool exclusives, make sure to check out my Patreon, links down below. It always is. I think it's pretty sick, but whatever. This wall is not very exciting without my face, so let's turn around, let's get to the table, and let's start looking at my pops. Our first ones are my two outliers that kind of match nothing else because I don't actually collect Harry Potter pops, and I don't usually collect pops of this size, but these were given to me for my birthday a couple years ago from my brothers, and I do have to respect that they made the decision because, hey, I do love Funko Pops, so that was very nice of them. But also they knew that it would drive me a little bit crazy that I had no other Harry Potters, and also that they were such a massive size, meaning they couldn't sit in the normal number organization that I actually have all my pops in, and they were right. It does indeed drive me a little bit crazy. So these will be the only two Harry Potter ones I ever have. I don't actually buy or interact with anything Harry Potter anymore, but they're pretty cool. They're giant. They do look neat together. I do love that they've got like their little pets. I think that's very cool, and I love a little bit of pettiness, so I think it's hilarious that that's why my brothers got it for me. Next, we have the first kind of line of the Supernatural group. I've got Sam, Dean, Castiel in his trench coat, and Castiel in his funky little sweater. This one I needed when Hot Topic didn't exist in Canada yet. He was very, very hard to get, and I had a friend who's going down to the States, and I made him go and pick this up for me from Hot Topic. I was a Supernatural fanatic at the time. I had to have it. This is like the OG Supernatural group. My babies, you know, they're special, they're very old, I've had them for a long time, and of course I love Castiel, we all know that. And then the next grouping that came out later, which you can tell by their number having a large jump and also the fact that they don't appear on the back of the original boxes, we have Charlie and we have Crowley. They're cute. I was never like quite as excited about these two as I were about the originals, but I had the collection, so I thought I might as well keep going with that. I'll probably never finish the Supernatural collection. I'll be honest. I don't even know how many I'm missing. Let's look at the back. Well, it doesn't tell me. So if this is all of the Supernatural, then I'm good. If there's more, I won't be seeking them out. Our next TV grouping is Once Upon a Time that I have these three from. I originally only wanted to get Hook and Emma because I love them, mostly Hook, but they're in love, so I had to have them together. And then I already had some, so I thought, okay, I'll throw in Prince Charming. I like Prince Charming, whatever. And then he separated them. They can't be together on the shelf anymore because his number comes in between. And I can't express to you how much that actually irritates me, but whatever. Out of these ones, as I said, Hook is definitely my favorite in this grouping. The others are very cute. I love Emma's bright red jacket and the fact that she has the sword, but Hook is so cool with his sword, and it's got his red vest that I love best of all. I probably will never actively seek out any more Once Upon a Time pops. If I came across them and they were a very good price, I might add one or two more, but realistically, this is what I need. On to Stranger Things. So these are the first technical grouping, even though Steve doesn't actually show up on the back of her box because he's a special from convention. They are both season 1 and the kind of same ish original line. Anyways, I'm putting them together. This one I only got within like the last year and a half-ish. He's very new. I got him on eBay for a really good deal, and he's very special to me, which is why he's the only Funko I have in a plastic box. 11's cute. I think I just threw her in one day when I was out buying something else. Because I already had a bunch of the Stranger Things pops, but like I don't actively seek her out like I seek out some of the other characters. But they're very cute together. They're nice. I love this Steve. Oh my god. Season 2 Stranger Things. Obviously the Steves were the most important for me to get, and I have another 3, 1, 2, 3 right here. I've got a few more to go through, but I own every single Steve Harrington Funko Pop except for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of him in the Scoops uniform, which is like $700 on eBay, but I intend to get him. I will not complete this. I'm so close. But other than Steve's, I have my 2 other characters that I really love. I love Bob, obviously amazing. I love Billy Hargrove. He's a little trash man. He's very important to me, so I have him as well. And he looks great in his little shirtless outfit. All right, we have season 3. As you can see, I really focused in on one area of this collection of Funko Pop. I don't usually buy multiples of the same thing like this. I can't remember what my thought process with these 2 Steves. I don't know if I thought someone needed one or something. I don't know. But these are the special Baskin Robin ones that I really had to drive to get, and it was like a near thing. So I picked up 2 just because they're very special. I'm not entirely sure what I'll do with the other one, but I love him, so he'll probably just stay close to my heart forever. And of course I had to get the Billy. Poor baby is all flayed. I miss him deeply. Bring Billy back. I don't care if it breaks laws of the universe. Just do it. And our very last one is this 8-bit Barb. That was a limited edition special release for Emerald City Comic Con one year. Technically she's part of the first season, but she came out much later despite having this really low number, and doesn't show as part of any of their groupings, and actually has her own like 8-bit group of Stranger Things pops. So I count her as her own little separate thing. The other 8-bits are cool. Again, if I just happened to come across them and they were cheap, I'd probably buy them, but I don't need them. This was just because it was Stranger Things and an Emerald City exclusive that I was there at. But she's very cool. She's also very heavy. Like one of the heaviest Funko Pops that I have. I think she's solid in the middle, which is just wild. Our second to last TV series is, of course, the Schitt's Creek Funko Pop. I pre-ordered and got David and Alexis. I don't intend to get the whole family, not that I don't love them all. I just, when these were released, these were the 2 that I was like, oh my god, I have to have them. So that's what I got. I love David. He is everything. Very last TV series is, of course, Good Omens. I focused in on 2 particular characters. I don't specifically need any other characters. If there's others of like Crowley and Aziraphale, I want them, but like this is good for character-wise. I got really lucky and I got the Aziraphale Chase when I ordered them online, which I was very thankful for. I did kind of wish it had been the Crowley because Crowley is my favorite, but I don't mind. He's lovely. He's got his little ice cream cone. I can't really be mad at it. The 2-pack a friend found for me at a store and picked up for me, which is really kind. Thank you, Grayson. I love them. They've got their weapons. His flaming sword is up and running. So these are very special to me. I look forward to if season 2 does ever actually come out, which, I mean, it's gotta, right? But anyways, I look forward to there potentially being more figures, even though they actually did very little merch, like official merch for Good Omens, which is wild. We are into Disney, which takes up a really good portion of this collection. That is kind of the main thing I focus on with Funko Pops. Our first one is Little Fix-It Felix from the Disney store. Oh my god, would you look at him? He is so tiny, just a little baby pop. I love him. He's unfortunately the only Wreck-It Ralph pop that I have. I would actually like to have Ralph himself. I think that would be really awesome. But otherwise, the rest, I'm fine if I never get my little grubby paws on. The next, we have our Disney, not Disney store Funko Pops, and they are Tinkerbell and Stitch. Although from different movies, when I guess originally Disney was putting these out, they put them out in just character series instead of tied to films. So they're just both from series 1 and therefore belong together. They're really, really cute. I love again that the Tinkerbell is just like a lot smaller than a lot of Funko Pops that you might see. The Stitch is not. He's got a very big head, but he's very cute. They're very nostalgic characters for me, characters that I love, so I'm quite happy to own these guys. Our next two are from the same movie, but still they weren't doing it by movie. This is from series 3, it's called. We've got Peter Pan and Captain Hook. And really, no one should be surprised that I own these, knowing me. I got the Peter Pan first. I can't remember where. He's got a sticker on the top of him though, which really makes me mad, which means I must have bought it at some sort of toy store versus like a collectible store, which, whatever, but like, stop putting stickers on things. The Hook came later, which I did buy at a collector's store, and I got him for really cheap because his box actually was already damaged. It's not too bad, but you can kind of see right there, it like crinkles in on his face and there's like other small damages. So I'm not super upset. Again, super good deal. I think I paid like $6 for him, but I just wish his box was a little bit nicer because I do keep them in the box. These are the last two from the series that Disney was doing before, again, putting them into movie by movie. And we have Eve and Grumpy. Eve, because I obviously love Wall-E. I love Eve. I wish I owned the Wall-E Funko Pop. I absolutely would keep my little eyeballs peeled for that one, although I don't know, because it's older now, how much it would be and if I'd be willing to pay that, but still, gonna look out. And Grumpy, of course, because I am grumpy. It's who I am. Some of these like original Disney ones as well, I was still working at Toys R Us, so it was kind of just like what came in while I was working. This is the first movie line Funko Pops that I have in my collection, and the first one that is actually completely done. This is all of the first series of just the regular Frozen line. Unless there's other like specialty ones like this, I'm not totally sure, but like of the like originals that came out, I have them all. We've got Olaf, this entertainment exclusive Olaf. He's special because he has glitter on him. He looks like he's covered in fresh snow, very cute. Then of course I've got Sven, Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff. Kristoff was one of the most important ones to own along with Anna, but Kristoff. And once again, they're separated by a person in the middle. Why does this keep happening to my favorite couples? This is, I think, one of the first series like I put proper effort into seeking out instead of just being like, oh, you know, whatever I find, I find. Here we have the Big Hero 6 series. The first one I ever got was Baymax, and I got him down at a collection store that's in Pike Place Mall in Seattle. He's a pain in the butt to bring back, let me tell you. And then because I had him, I started getting some of the other Big Hero 6 ones I could find. I'm sad I don't have Hero. I think I would still like to acquire that one, but I do have him, Honey Lemon and Go-Go, whomst I love. The Baymax makes me angry because he's too big to fit in the regular lineup, so I have to put him somewhere else special, separate from everybody else. And I hate that. The first Frozen movie put out a series 2 of Funko Pop, so of course I had to have them. This collection I did not finish off. There was just too many of them that I really didn't care about, and there was no Kristoff, which I took a little personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know he doesn't have a second look in the movie, but still, I don't know, put him on his sled. Put him covered in ice from when he first walks into Oaken's store. Like, you could have done something to give me another Kristoff. For Inside Out, I only have 2. I have got Bing Bong, who is fully clear, a Hot Topic exclusive. That was given to me by Katie, my friend who I used to live with. He is also a very heavy pop. I didn't want him to be lonely, so I got him Joy to match. I love Inside Out, I just didn't love it enough to like really want to go out and get the Funko Pop, so this is probably all I'll ever have for this collection, and I'm fine with that. This is another finished collection. It was very easy as there was only 2. We have Cinderella and Gus Gus from the live-action Cinderella that came out. I did manage to come across the Hot Topic one, which is the slipper is glittery instead of just plain glass. So I figured I picked him up, so I have the special one as well. Okay, so clearly I just make stuff up as I go along because I was like, oh yeah, Disney did these series that they don't do anymore. Lies. This is series 7 and I have some of them. So I just got some of my favorites. I got Ariel and Rapunzel and Pascal. They're cute. The Rapunzel is definitely my favorite out of this grouping, although I wish they'd done her hair less like Cheeto orange, but maybe I can convince myself that she's singing her magic or something and that's why it looks like that. I gotta be honest with you guys, the Frozen ones never stop and you should not expect them to. These were put out for Frozen Fever, a really, really cute short. This is another complete collection. It was just the 2 of them. Again, another opportunity to put out a Kristoff in which they didn't do it. But they're really cute. I love the little Snowgies. I will admit, if I took these out of the boxes, they would look so cute surrounded by the little things. But I hold true, Satan will not tempt me. They stay in the box. We've got all of the Zootopia Funko Pops, and I love each and every one of them. I needed to have the Judy and the Nick. That was a given. They're so cute. Look at them. I will admit that like Nick, although he's my favorite character, his Funko Pop really like freaks me out. Like he looks the most soulless out of all of them, and I can't describe why, but he just does. So I have to say that the Flash is probably my favorite one out of this grouping. He is just so cute over there. These are both solos. They actually don't belong together, but because they're from the same series, I'm gonna put them together. We have the Hot Topic exclusive of Peter Pan in Flight, and I have the Hook and TikTok, him being eaten, the movie moment. Their numbers are drastically different, so they never sit together on the shelf. Anytime I can get my hand on a Peter Pan Funko Pop, I absolutely do. I just have to own them all. That's the way it works. This one came in like this like villains box mystery set where you knew you were getting this, but like didn't necessarily know the rest of it. And I specifically bought it for him. I didn't care about anything else in the box. I think I only kept 1 or 2 of the other items. I honestly don't know what to say about this one. He was on clearance at Toys R Us, so I got him. He's a stupid shape and I refuse to let him ruin the lineup, so I actually stand him tall like this in the shelf because he will not go flat and throw everything off. I will literally never probably buy another Funko Pop that's related to cars, so he will forever be lonely. I love The Incredibles, but I didn't particularly feel drawn to like seek out the Funko Pops. I can't specifically say why. I've got nothing against them, I just didn't. But I had to get Violet because I cosplay Violet and I really like to have the Funko Pops of things I've cosplay, if nothing else. And then Mr. Incredible I think was there with her, so I thought, all right, I'll get one so they can match and be happy together. These are the 2 like specialty Incredibles ones that I have. Void is an exceptionally high number compared to the rest of them, which drives me crazy. It means that they can't sit on the same shelf as them, but whatever. It was an Emerald City exclusive, and I like to pick those up if I'm there, and it's something that I enjoy, so Incredibles it was. And I will admit the portal is very cool. I like the way they did that. It would probably look great sitting on a shelf out of the box. And then the Elastigirl on her motorcycle. I prefer the Void one out of these 2. My one Toy Story Pop. The Army Man. He again was a convention exclusive while I was there. Always Emerald City. That's like the only cool convention I go to. And I love Toy Story, so I had to get him. I one day might get 1 or 2 additional Toy Stories. I don't know for sure. These are obviously not even from remotely the same series, but they are all individuals. So I thought I'd just show them together to get them done. We have the Hot Topic exclusive Diamond Maleficent who glitters. She is friggin' fabulous. I do love her. She's very cool. I love Sleeping Beauty. I love Maleficent, so happy to have that one. I would like to have Mike and Sully. I think they exist, right? Yeah, they exist. I don't really care about the chef or Roz. Oh, actually just Sully exists. Okay, well, I just want Sully then. Whatever. Tigger from Christopher Robin because I love Tigger the best. And then Lion King live action Simba. I did not buy this. Anya did and put it on my shelf and just like waited for me to notice that it was there and out of place, and I didn't because I just have so many friggin' pops. And it had like fit into a space, so I just didn't look that closely at the numbers. Finally, we have the last of my Frozen Pops, the Frozen 2 line. I never intended to get the full lineup of these, and I probably never will. I'm very happy with who I do have. I basically wanted Anna and Kristoff. And then I found Matthias at a store. He had a sticker on him that was impossible to get off. You can still see some of the residue. Stop putting stickers on things that don't come off. It drives me crazy. We have reached the last of the Disney Funko Pops. These are from the special 65th anniversary of Disneyland Resort. They just put out, I think, like less than a year ago, or like towing on a year ago. Anyways, these are very new. There was a few other ones in this collection, but I only personally wanted the Peter Pan related ones, which really does make sense. They are super fun. I love them. I love how angry Peter Pan looks with his little baby sword out. I think it's hilarious. And of course, Peter Pan's Flight is my favorite Disneyland ride. I have to ride it every time I'm there. So it was very important for me to have Peter Pan on Peter Pan's Flight. Just full circle, my life is complete sort of moment. We are in the Marvel section of this collection, and these are the two that actually started off my Funko collection, period. I got them at Toys R Us while I worked there because obviously I love the Avengers, and these are so freaking cool. I wish I had the rest of this series. Honestly, I don't care about every character that's in it. I just think it'd be cool to have it. The Captain is obviously my favorite of these ones. He looks great. Two more solo pops. I only have one from the original Avengers movie. It's Thor. I don't particularly know why. Not that I dislike Thor, but it's definitely like a weird one for me to choose out of the whole ensemble. Like, there's Captain America right there. And then I've got one Deadpool. I like it. I like the movies. I like his comics with Spider-Man, but he's not like I'm gonna spend a lot of time seeking his Funko Pops out, but he's cute. Our next two are both Lokis, though they are not from the same collection. Although this only says Marvel, it doesn't say Thor. He is technically from the Thor movie because the others that come in the same lineup are like Odin, Sif, and Heimdall, all from the first Thor movie, so I don't know why they just didn't put Thor. Also, you cannot get a Thor in that series, which is weird, but okay. And then of course we have our Loki from the Dark World with his little dagger. It is my only Dark World Funko because he's the only character I really care about. I do want to get my hands on every single Loki Funko Pop. It's a hefty goal considering some of them are very, very expensive now, but you know, whatever, I'm patient. Okay, we have the first Guardians movie. I have all but like 2 of them, which is pretty neat. My favorite is definitely the exclusive dancing Groot in his little pot over here because it's red, and I don't know. I think he's cuter than the regular one. His face is just nicer and he's like smaller. I probably would try to finish this one off hesitantly, only because there's only 2. It's like Drax and one other Star-Lord. Like, how hard could that really be to get my little grubby paws on? And then I would have this entire line. So it's something I kind of keep my eyes out for. One day I'll find them. So this is a strange little grouping, and I want to talk about it because it drives me crazy. So we have Age of Ultron Hulk, this Hot Topic special where he looks like sick. I think it's a very weird choice, but whatever. We have Age of Ultron Black Widow. She looks great. She's lovely. I love Black Widow. Then we have this Nebula, and you're like, Justine, you just showed us the Guardians of the Galaxy Funkos. Why isn't she there with them? Well, because her number doesn't make sense. It actually comes after this Age of Ultron grouping, and she's part of like a second series that Guardians put out. And then Black Widow comes, Age of Ultron again. So there's another grouping of Age of Ultron. I guess this is... I really want to talk to Funko Pop about their numbering and naming conventions. I think they're garbage, to be honest with you. So it's created this little nightmare for me where they can't actually sit together with their groupings because their numbers are off. We have one more Deadpool. This was kind of a little cooler than the other one. I just think the details of his belts and stuff look really, really awesome. I like that he's holding his swords behind himself like that. Here we have my 2 Civil War Funko Pops. We have Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, looking amazing. And we have Black Widow. Her hair is like a weird color choice. It's red, so I don't know why they made it this like awkward faded color. I don't know. Funko makes some weird choices. I would like to have the Captain America. There has to be a Captain America, right? Yes. I would like to eventually have this Captain America. That would be very cool. The rest, not so important for me to have. If I stumble across them one day, maybe, but the Captain is the only one I'd actively seek out. 2 more solos, so we put them together. I have Loki from Thor Ragnarok. Obviously, nobody should be surprised that that's the one I chose out of all the characters. Love, love, love Thor Ragnarok. Phenomenal film. Taika Waititi is a genius in all regards, but I think it's one of Loki's worst outfits. I know they were probably also trying to really differentiate him from Hela. I get that, but it looks awful. I hate it. I hate the color scheme. Why? Put him back in his green. Medusa was for sale at Hot Topic for like $5, and she was a Marvel character, so I picked her up to throw her in the collection. I like that her outfit's purple. We have an Infinity War grouping. I gotta be honest, I did not realize how many group figures I had until I started pulling them out. Oh my god. I like Groot, but like not this much. So obviously all the Steve Rogers I could get my little grubby hands on, I did, and that is the last of our movie moment Funko Pops. These are very cool. I potentially would get more Infinity War ones, not at like an alarming rate, just if I happen to stumble across them. But I'm happy with what I do have. I think it's a good little set from the movie. Here we have this special gold line they put out for the Marvel Studios 10-year anniversary. I bought Cap and Loki from the series. Obviously makes sense. They're very cool. I mean, they're not like my favorite Funkos just because they're very plain because they're gold, but they do look quite cool. I also think it's hilarious that it's literally just previous models like painted gold, like they didn't give us a new figure technically. I just want to talk about why we're splitting numbers. I hate you, Funko. Obviously, I needed to own the Bucky Barnes Infinity War Funko Pop. There was no question about that. I did not mean to buy 2. This is not a purposeful purchase. I think I got 1 at a convention and 1 from a store. Like basically I was somewhere where I didn't think I owned the first one, so I bought a second one. But obviously I did. I just really wish they were able to line up with the original Infinity War Funkos, but whatever. We have another Emerald City limited edition, the last one I was able to get before COVID hit and all the conventions shut down. Obviously it's a Thor and he's very cool. He's in his original little outfit, his arms outstretched, he's ready for Mjolnir to return to him. I think he looks great, he's super fun. It's sad that he has to like sit on his own, but it is what it is. These are my Endgame Funkos, and they are both Steve. I hate the time travel outfits. I think they were the ugliest thing they've ever made. I can't stand them in the movie. I can't stand them on figures. I hate them. But I also recognize that after Endgame, we really weren't going to get any more Steve Rogers Captain America merchandise because he isn't it anymore, obviously. So I wanted to have his last things, even if I can't stand the suit. So that's why I have that one. They're so cute. This is one that I bought one for myself, and the other one was given to me by Steph, who obviously knows me super well. They're really cute. I love the Captain America snowman. That's absolutely hilarious to me, so I'm not upset about owning 2 of them. We have Falcon from Falcon and the Winter Soldier before he got his Captain America suit at the end. And this is actually the grouping that's causing me problems with Pop in a Box. The other one I ordered along with this was the Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes one, obviously. I have to have him, and it is still pending with them. I'm still fighting with them all the time, but he's phenomenal. I like that he has Red Wing floating beside him. I think that's really cute. I love Sam Wilson. I love him as Falcon. I love him as Captain America. So this is a very awesome Funko Pop to own. The Loki series. There's other Funkos in this grouping. These are the only ones I care about. The only other one I would really want to get is the Alligator Loki exclusive I couldn't get my hands on. I would pay a big money for that boy. But these are awesome, all amazing Lokis. Kid Loki is probably my favorite out of this one. I know he's not like the original Loki with the TVA outfit, but I love Kid Loki. I love his comics, and I really hope the fact that we've seen him means we're gonna get some sort of like Young Avengers or Journey into Mystery thing going on. I would kill for that. And for our last of the Marvel, we have this past year's Christmas specials. They're gingerbreads. Oh my God. So of course I had to get the Captain America. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen. It makes me really want to eat it. And of course I love Scarlet Witch. I love this original comics outfit, so I absolutely had to get her as well. They're hilarious. I'll keep my eyes out for if I ever see the other gingerbread ones just hanging out somewhere. I'd still get them, but I'm glad I got these two. They are my faves. So when it comes to DC, I don't actually collect DC figures. I collect Harley Quinn figures. And then I have a couple others of just like specialty stuff, but really what I buy is Harley Quinn. So I so far have got all of these variants. I love them all. I'm super happy I got the Christmas one that is sitting up on top because I have cosplayed that. And I really love this pink version of her bombshells outfit because I love the bombshells. I am obsessed with Harley as Robin over here in the corner. I think that's hilarious and I would love to cosplay that one day. They all look super amazing. I love her Birds of Prey outfits. Oh my God. These are the other two DC ones that I have. Wonder Woman was given to me by Steph, and I do love the first Wonder Woman movie, so I was very happy to have it and her. I just probably won't ever collect like Wonder Woman Funkos. She's good all on her own. And Batwoman, because again, I love the bombshells. I would buy more bombshells as their own little thing. I freaking love those comic lines. But also it was because I've, again, cosplayed her. I love this look, so I had to have her. And a friend found her in a store for me and picked her up, which is really, really sweet, and I appreciate it. I love when people see things and think of you. I think that's like one of the most flattering things ever. And lastly of our collection, we have the 3 little minis. I don't generally buy these small ones because they don't like sit in with my big proper group, and I don't use them as keychains because I don't want them to get ruined. Diablo came in the big box set that I needed to get the Movie Moments Hook and Croc, so I got him too. And I do love Maleficent and I love her little crow, so I'm not like upset about it. The Harley I had to get so I could get her little pink outfit. Had to happen. And Nikita gave this Peter Pan to me, who's part of that 65th anniversary collection. I just didn't buy this one because it was the little one. So I really appreciate that she gave it to me, and now I have another Peter Pan, which is never something I'm gonna complain about. All right, there is my collection spread out on the floor so I can put it properly back into the shelf. We got a lot. There's a lot going on here. Let me know what Funko was your favorite that you saw, or if you have any of the same ones in your collection. And tell me if there's any that you're shocked that I own. You didn't think I would buy such a thing. All right, that's it for this collection video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you in the next video. Bye.